Hi there, Ken from 10-Bit Repair Guide. This is a video on how to clean and relamp a 332 Sundash, also known as a 32 Pro, or it is the same as a Soltron Seashell. So as you saw before, I cleaned the back, the fans in the back with my vacuum, and then I can start to dig into the lamps. Here's the top acrylic. See how to do the outside screws very first, and then the bottom one down there, leaving the one in the middle on the outside for taking that to the very end. This is based on doing it alone, and as you can see, this can be a little bit more of a struggle than you're seeing right here, plus speed it up, but that's the idea. And so now you can remove these. They just kind of are velcroed in there and wedged in there, these lamp covers. And then I always like to protect the base acrylic, because then I can be less careful and speed it up a little bit. And this is a quarter turn for these bi-pins. That's how you, and then you just kind of gather them all up, and you can take them all in one big chunk. It makes it a lot quicker. Now you got room for vacuuming, and I always do the lamp holes in the ends first, because those are usually the most dustiest, and so leaving the nice fine work to the end so that I don't mess that up with the very dusty part on the outside. Taking a fan, absolutely, why not? So new lamps in, again quarter turn. We're gonna get a little closer in the base if you've never seen how to put in a bi-pin or take out a bi-pin. So I'm gonna slow that down a little bit when we get to the bench, so no worries. So always start from the inside and out, then you don't have to have lamps right on the top of your head. So bench, take out all the screws, doesn't matter which order you're taking those out in when it's the bench. Go. And then you got to push it way towards the back as far as you can, and then you might have to get a screwdriver in behind so you can get it out of the groove in the front, and then you can pull that sucker out. And then again, just like the other one, you just velcroed and wedged in there. And so let's get a little closer here so you can see there's a little mark on the lamp that, if you notice, right in the middle. It's kind of hard to see, but that's got to be quarter turn to either direction, doesn't matter, so you can see the pin through the little hole there in the top of the slot there, and that's it. Goes a little fast, I know. So what I do is that I just kind of turn them that quarter turn and then pull them out and over that way. That makes it extremely quick and safe also, as far as not breaking any lamps and making a mess. And so you can just bunch them up real quick and empty out, and then just bring in the vacuum again. Let's get cleaned out here. And also on the back, on the bench here, underneath you have fans as well you got to clean out. I didn't bring those into the video here, I apologize for that, but just so you know, there's cooling there as well. New lamps in, and always, for good order's sake, make sure the label is facing you so you can read it, and it's all on the same side. If you have reflective lamps, which you don't need for this bed, but if you do, then make sure that those point downwards, and you do that by placing the label upwards. The reflector is always opposite of the label. So just get all those lamps in, and it's important that you get all the lamps in. This bed is fired up by electronic ballast, that each of these ballast is firing up 2 lamps. If you have one lamp out, it will not fire up the second one. So you see, here's the problem. You saw there's 2 lamps out. I'm going to try and swap around to see if that makes any difference. It didn't, so most likely we have a bad lamp here. So see here, yep, the 2 outside ones. We move one lamp from the other 2 lamps next to, and see, we moved the problem. So now we know that this lamp is the problem. And that's how you do it on magnetic ballast as well. So now we got all the lamps installed and cleaned out. Let's put the end caps back on, and we have cleaned our acrylics, and I suggest that you clean the underneath it with Novus 1. It's really good. Yep, so let us lock down the screws, and to put on the top acrylic, you could put down a blanket to protect the bottom acrylic for getting on it, but just make sure that you don't have anything in your pockets that's sharp, like a screwdriver or anything sticking out. So, but I'm going to click in our lamp covers first on each side, and then we have our acrylic. Oh yeah, I know it's hard. So yep, so get it all the way on the inside into the groove there first. Boom. And then you can just kind of hold the front, and then we start with the middle just to have good control. Get one screw in there, tighten that down, and then you can take the two outside screws. This ensures minimum stress on the acrylic. And once you have those in, you grab 3 screws and go into the bed. And you take the one in the middle, and I always use my leg just to kind of hold it up into place so that the screws are there and ready. Here we go.